Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sun. It's been a while since I filmed a video. I had intended to film a video in December, but December and just the end of the year ended up just kicking my ass. So I took a break from filming, but yeah, now I have a lot of crochet project updates to share with you. Aside from a week where I injured my arm. I got a crochet injury in December, like the week before Christmas. So that put a dent in a lot of my plans, especially for a crochet gift that I was working on for Christmas. But aside from that, I have actually done a lot. I've made a lot of progress with the blanket of stripes. In the last video, I showed you 2 panels I had gotten done. I think I had shown you this one. This was the first one I did, and then this was the second one that I got done. So I have gotten done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other panels since then. I've gotten this one done. I got some new yarn to add some color variety for this blanket. So I got this like more sage green yarn. So I paired it with the chartreuse green, and I think it looks really cool. I did quite a few like monochromatic panels, so like just different shades of the same color. So like the 2 greens, I have a panel of 2 blues. This is like oh, what would you call it? I called it sky blue before, but I feel like it's not sky blue. I feel like it's more like, I don't know, aqua blue maybe? And this is like a navy blue, and I think they look really nice together. And then the third monochromatic panel I did was this 2 purples. So this dark purple, and then this lighter kind of, I don't know if you would call it lavender, but yeah, I don't know. Just dark purple and light purple, to keep it simple. And I think it looks really nice. I really love the monochromatic panels. I'm definitely going to do more of those, but I did also mix up some colors. So this is the fuchsia pink again with the navy blue. I really like how much it pops together. I think I showed this before. This dark purple and fuchsia pink. Pretty sure I showed you this before. And then I did this one, this dark brown with kind of like twine colored yarn. This one, the whole time I was making it, it really reminded me of chocolate cake. Like chocolate cake with chocolate like cream. I don't know what's called, filling, whatever. I don't know, just like the layers of it. Doesn't it kind of look like that? I don't know. It really made me crave cake when I was working on it. So yeah, I have all of these done now. I mean, I still have a ton more to go. And I'm definitely gonna need to order more yarn. But yeah, this stack is getting thick. Right now I'm working on this dark orange and light orange panel, another monochromatic panel, and then I'm already thinking ahead of what color pairs to do. So like I think I'm gonna do black and white. I'm not really sure how it's gonna look with all of the other colors. I'm kind of worried that it might be too much of like a stark difference. It's just like bright white and dark black, but I'm gonna try it and we'll see how it looks. This blanket has been quite a challenge. I've had to try out multiple like methods and techniques for just making it look the way I want it to, like the way it looks in my head. I've worked on getting the sides to not be so like bumpy where the color changes are. I don't know if you can tell. I haven't weaved in these ends yet, so yeah, I feel like that looks a little bit better. I don't know, actually, now that I'm looking at them, I can't really tell if it's better or not. But yeah, I've just been working on trying to like edit as I go and narrow down the like number of stitches I'm doing and just the techniques that I'm using I finally figured out a way to weave in some of the ends as I go. I don't know why it was a little difficult for me to figure it out, but yeah, now I have like half the amount of loose ends to weave in as I did in the beginning with like the first few panels, so that's really good. There's been a lot of frogging, a lot of trial and error, but I think now I have a grasp on the pattern that I want to use moving forward. I think at times I was making it a bit too complicated on myself. I've had to keep reminding myself, like, it's not going to be perfect. Like, there's no way to make the sides perfectly straight, you know? And they're going to be weaved or sewn together at some point anyway, so I'm hoping it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, I need to take a drink. So from this point on, I think I'm going to use the same pattern. I'm not going to frog all of the patterns that I've done with like different techniques, because that was a lot of work, and I've also weaved in a lot of the ends for those. So they're not all going to be exactly the same like size and shape, but I'm hoping it doesn't really matter in the end when they're all sewn together. I mean, even if you can't tell a difference, that's not really the point of crocheting a blanket, right? Like, it's handmade, it's not going to be perfect, it's not meant to look perfect anyways. For most of the panels, I have been using the secondhand yarn that I got from Facebook Marketplace that I showed in my last two videos. But yeah, now it's getting to the point where I need to start ordering some more. And I've settled on using the classic cotton yarn by Loops and Threads. That's what I did for like this navy blue is that yarn. This light purple I got from there. The sage green, that's from Loops and Threads. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be ordering that from now on, and I'm really liking it so far. Like, it's a relatively inexpensive cotton yarn compared to other cotton yarns I've seen and used. It gets the job done, you know, it feels sturdy, it's soft, and I find it really easy to work with. So yeah, I would really recommend, if you wanted to make something that you need washable or breathable, I think it's a solid cotton yarn to use. So yeah, that is all the updates on the blanket of stripes. Still have a long way to go. I'm thinking the blanket might be like 5 panels wide, 6 panels long. I'm not exactly sure in like inches how long it'll be, but just going based off the size of the panels when I like lay them out on the bed, I think that might be the size. So I'm gonna need like 30 panels total. So yeah, still a long way to go. Still a lot of other colors I need to use. And even though it's been challenging to figure out on my own how to do this, it's been really fun. Like, I've really enjoyed just figuring things out for myself, and it's also been really fun like pairing the different colors together and thinking of other colors to use I think would look nice. And I think it's just a really fun project to do when you just want to make something colorful. I think it's going to be a really cool, colorful blanket. And I actually want to eventually try to write an actual pattern for the blanket. I'll get more into that later when I talk about like my intentions for the year, but one of my big intentions or goals, if you want to call it, is I really want to learn how to write my own crochet patterns and like design some patterns. And I think this blanket, it would be really cool if that could be one of them. So yeah, I'm trying to get better at like taking notes of the things I'm doing as I go. So I mentioned earlier that I got a crochet injury the week before Christmas. So I didn't end up finishing my mom's scarf in time. I crocheted her the Estrid scarf in this really nice deep red wool yarn. This is also Loops and Threads yarn. Yeah, this really nice deep red. I'll put up a picture of me wearing the scarf, modeling the scarf. Unfortunately, it is January 19th and I still haven't mailed it to my mom. I don't know what it is, like mailing things out for me is just like, I have a mental block. Like, getting the shipping label and printing it out and packaging the thing, like, ugh, I keep putting it off, but I really need to do that. That scarf was a pain in the ass, and I'm proud of myself for finishing it. And I don't think I'm gonna make another scarf like that for a while. It's a good scarf. It's a good pattern. I did, however, get confused while I was working on it. Like the written pattern itself, I don't know. I don't know if it was like just a big brain fog moment or what, but I really misunderstood part of the pattern and messed up, and that was part of why I injured my arm, because I had to frog a lot of it, or I think I started the whole thing over. Yeah, I had to frog the whole scarf because I realized my mistake, and I redid the whole thing, and I was rushing to get it done before Christmas, and I ended up making my right forearm like unusable for a week. So yeah, I'm glad I got that done, and I hope she likes it. This year, I'm definitely planning to start crocheting any Christmas any Christmas gifts that I want to make way in advance. I'm not going to wait till the last minute. Fingers crossed. I'm telling myself, like, I'm not going to do that again because that was really bad. So yeah, I've already started thinking of ideas of different Christmas gifts to crochet for different people in my life that I will probably start maybe in like the summer or early fall, depending on like how big it is. Oh, I also ended up last minute crocheting my partner a little glasses case for his glasses. I wanted to make him something in addition to the gift that I'd already got for him. So yeah, that was pretty easy to whip up. I'll put a picture of it here. I still need to get a button to sew onto it so it'll actually like close. But yeah, he said he really liked it. And for that, I just used the classic cotton yarn by Loops and Threads. I got this I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look up the name of the like the color. But yeah, I really like the color. I thought he would like it. And I'm pretty sure I just did linked half double crochet for the whole thing. I've been really like on a linked half double crochet kick. I've been using that a lot. So yeah, that was it as far as Christmas gifts. I know it's like super late to be talking about Christmas gifts, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. Next big project update, tragic news. I had to frog the cloud blanket, the baby blanket that I had been working on since August for my niece, who is due to be born in April, so just a few months away. I'm really disappointed about this one. I hadn't worked on it since like November, I think. And so when I picked it up earlier this month to continue, I realized that the sides of the blanket were like bowing. I don't know if that's the right word, but like, yeah, kind of like bowing like that. I'm not 100% sure why, but I think it's because the two yarns that I was using, even though they were both worsted weight, the actual like thickness of the yarn itself, they were both very different. Like the cotton yarn was a lot thinner than the acrylic colorful yarn that I was using. And I think because of that, my tension was just like all over the place. So yeah, I frogged the whole thing. It was such a pain, especially because I don't have a yarn winder still. So I had to frog it and wind it all just like by hand. And it doesn't even look nice. Like, this is the ball. I have it in my project bag, but like, this is how it turned out. I had to do this all by hand. It was such a pain. I decided to start all over, and I ended up ordering a different yarn. I ordered the same exact yarn as this one, as the cream colored yarn. This is Lion Brand 24/7 cotton yarn. So I figured I'll just get the same exact yarn, just in a different color. So I got this really pretty, it's called Lilac. And it's a really nice colored yarn. Like, I think it's really pretty. However, I have realized that I really don't like this yarn. I don't know how to describe it. it's just really different from the other cotton yarn I've used. It's like really thin and it's not as plush as I would like it to be. And I don't know, the only way I can think to compare it is like it feels more like rope compared to like this cotton yarn. Like I don't know if you can see a difference, but I don't know, this cotton yarn is just has a little more plush to it, and this one just feels really like firm, structured. I don't know. I have no idea how to explain it. If you've used this yarn before, maybe you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, because of that, I've realized that I don't like working with it. Like it feels like I'm using a light worsted or DK weight yarn, which I don't like to use because I have to use smaller hooks for that, and it's just harder on my hands, my poor arthritic hands. So yeah, I'm really struggling on what to do about this blanket. I bought this new yarn. I have made some progress on it. I've done a few rows, and that's how much I've gotten done so far. I don't know, like, it doesn't look bad. I think it looks nice, but I think I just really liked the other yarn better, the colorful acrylic yarn. It just added so much color and like brightness to it. I don't know. I can't help comparing this to the blanket I was working on before. So I'm really, really tempted to order a different cotton yarn, like a cream colored cotton yarn that would be more of a match to the thickness of the acrylic yarn. Like, let me see, I have it here. So this is the acrylic yarn that I was using. It's Lion Brand Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling yarn. It's really colorful and squishy and soft. Yeah, it just added so much like fun color to the blanket. Side by side comparison with the other Lion, like the original Lion Brand cream yarn that I was using. Oh wait, I have it here. This looks better. This is the 24/7 cotton yarn. It's just like such a big difference. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but yeah, it just doesn't go well together. But I think maybe I wouldn't use this color. This is just white. I would get a cream colored yarn, but I think this is the classic cotton yarn from Loops and Threads. I think they would be closer in like texture and also just thickness. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. I think they would work well together. So I'm really torn between just sticking with this yarn and just like pushing through it, even though I don't think I'm being dramatic. Maybe I am, but like I don't like using this yarn. I dislike it so much that like I don't really want to work on this, and that's not good because I need to finish this for my baby niece. So yeah, I don't know. I feel bad because I've already spent money on all of this yarn, including this new yarn that I recently got. If I were to spend more money on more yarn, I don't know. It's just like, I just feel bad. I would feel irresponsible. I don't want to be one of those people that just like hoards yarn and impulsively buys yarn all the time because I can't afford to do that. And I also don't think it's very sustainable to do that. I mean, no hate to the yarn hoarders out there. I mean, I get it. I get the temptation. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. If I did order a different cotton yarn to go with this one and like just start the blanket all over again, I think I would just try to sell these yarns probably on like Facebook Marketplace so that at least they're not just sitting collecting dust. Because if I'm not going to use it for this blanket, I really doubt I'm going to use it for anything else. Like, I just don't like it. If only it was a little thicker, you know? I heard really good things about this yarn, like 24/7 cotton yarn. It is a nice yarn. It feels nice, but it's just not for me. Maybe because it's mercerized, that's why the texture and like thickness is so different. Maybe I should just stay away from mercerized cotton. If you have any ideas of what I should do, I would greatly appreciate it. Just let me know in the comments. Like, should I sell that yarn and buy a different cotton yarn, the loops and threads cotton yarn, and just start over? I'm like this close to just pulling the trigger and doing it, honestly. The baby's due in April, but obviously I'm not going to have it finished before then, and that's fine because, I mean, the baby's not going to be big enough to really use the blanket anyways for a while, but I do want to finish it before this year ends. That's also one of my intentions for this year. Talking this much makes me so thirsty. Like, I need to refill my cup. This drink ASMR. I, on a whim, decided to crochet my very first crossbody bag, and I just finished it yesterday or 2 days ago. This is it. I had this big skein of this patterned yarn or variegated yarn, I don't know what you call it, from the Facebook Marketplace haul bundle. And I had no idea what to do with it. And my crossbody bag that I've been using for years, the strap started falling apart. So I had the idea to, instead of buying a new bag, to crochet my own. So without a pattern, I just decided to freehand it. Of course, I used linked half double crochet, my favorite stitch right now. It came out pretty big, I think a little bigger than I anticipated. And I had just enough yarn to finish it. Like, I literally have none of this yarn left. And there was so much that I thought I was going to have some left over, like enough to make a washcloth or something. But no, this is all of the yarn. Yeah, I like how it came out. I used that variegated yarn, and then I also used this sage green yarn to add like some borders around it. And I literally just did like 2 rectangles, and then the strap is just one long band. I wanted to make the strap wide so that it's more comfortable on my shoulders because the other bag I was using had like a really thin strap. I'm proud of this, honestly. My first ever bag. I freehanded the whole thing, didn't use a pattern. I don't know what it is with me lately. I like don't want to use patterns. It is fun to figure things out for yourself, but I also think maybe it's like the part of me, like I don't like people telling me what to do. So I just decided to figure it out myself, and like looking at pictures of other bags online, like on Pinterest and Instagram and stuff, I didn't think it would be that difficult, honestly. Like, it really isn't. It's just 2 rectangles and a long band that I just sewed together at the end. So yeah, it's like very simple, basic bag in construction, but I mean, it gets the job done. It does what a bag needs to do. It holds my stuff. I will say this yarn isn't my favorite. Like the color variation and just like how it turned out. I mean, I think it looks cool, but this is more of a bag for me to use in the house when I'm moving around on my wheelchair and I just need to hold stuff. This is the bag I'll be using. I don't think I'll be using it outside of the house, but I do want to eventually crochet a bag to use outside of the house as more of like a going out bag. Not that I really go out anywhere except for doctor's offices. Yeah, that's the latest project that I have completed. To finish this video, I did want to share and talk about my intentions for 2026. It is a new calendar year, but it's also still winter. And I feel like when the new year starts, there's like often this feeling of needing to like get all your shit together and go full steam ahead, like diving into working on different things, working on your goals, and writing all your to-do lists and all that stuff. And I get it, Like, I feel that pressure on myself to do that. Like, oh, it's a new year now. I need to get all of this planned out, and I want to, I'm setting like deadlines for myself that aren't really realistic. And I'm reminding myself that it's still winter, and winter is supposed to be a time of rest and slowing down, Yeah, even though I do have ideas and intentions for what I want to work on and accomplish for this year, I'm trying not to put that pressure on myself to just dive in head first right now and try to get everything planned out. And, I want to spend the rest of this winter resting and crocheting when I want to and when my body allows me to, not rushing because I want to get this project done at this certain date. And, I just really want to rest and crochet at my own pace and enjoy it without that pressure on myself. Like I mentioned earlier, I think my biggest intention or goal for this year, crochet wise, is learning how to write, like design and write my own patterns. It is something I find pretty intimidating, but I also think it would be really cool to learn that skill. I know it's not easy, and you can't just on a whim just write a pattern and put it out there for people. Like, you really have to learn how to do it, and it takes like multiple drafts and practice and stuff. But yeah, I really want to do that. I'm hoping this year I can design and write at least one like original pattern. I think that would be really cool. It'll probably be for a smaller project, but yeah, that is something I really want to do. Aside from that, I intend to finish the cloud blanket before the year ends, like I mentioned. In order to do that, I really need to get my yarn sorted, so I need to do that soon. But yeah, I really want to do that so that by the end of the year, in the winter, my baby niece can use her blanket. I'm also going to keep making progress on the blanket of stripes. I do not intend to finish that by the end of this year because it is such a big blanket, and I'm really taking it one step at a time as I go. I don't want to rush it, and it is a really nice project to have while I'm working on other projects, maybe projects that are like they're smaller, or just, I don't know. It's just, this project has been really nice to have to pick up whenever I'm tired of whatever other projects I'm working on. Oh my God, my throat is starting to hurt from talking. I need to stop soon. Like I mentioned before, I also intend to start crocheting gifts way earlier. Not just Christmas gifts, but like birthday gifts and stuff like that. I already have some ideas in mind for some friends and my partner. As far as projects to make for myself, I do want to make a couple of pillows. I want to make a lumbar pillow and a neck pillow for my car rides. Kind of hard to explain, but whenever I go to like medical appointments in the car, my neck really hurts because the headrest like doesn't touch my neck, and I don't know. I figured I'll make a little pillow for myself to make it more comfortable. Yeah, a lot of the projects that I want to make for myself are very like things I can use, maybe not on a daily basis, but like pretty regularly. Like, I also want to make arm covers for my wheelchair to not only add some color and like brighten up my wheelchair, make it look a little more like just add some personality and color to it, but also some cushion so that it's more comfortable for my arms. I haven't yet looked for a pattern for that, but I'm thinking I'll probably just again freehand it and just make it up as I go and see how that goes. I don't think it'll be that hard, honestly. I also want to learn how to crochet a cover for a cane handle. One of my friends had mentioned that as an idea for me to crochet for them. So I want to do that, not just for my friend, but for myself as well. I think that'd be really cool to learn how to crochet. And yeah, aside from that, Maybe some accessories like scarves. I haven't crocheted a beanie yet, and I really want to do that. Another bag would be nice. Oh, this is a lot of stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of this in 1 year. Yeah, those are all the ideas I have so far for specific projects. Overall, I really want to continue learning different stitches, different techniques, and just really building my foundation of crochet knowledge. But with that being said, I also want to learn to feel okay about using the same stitches over and over again if I want to. I don't always need to be constantly learning new things to be like a good crocheter. You know what I mean? So yeah, having a balance between those two, like keep learning and honing my skills, but also if I want to use linked half double crochet or some other stitch for a lot of things, like that's fine. I don't know, maybe that's not something that other people have thought about. Maybe it's like they don't have that sort of little voice in their head being like, you should be using different stitches and stop using the same stitch over and over. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's what I want to do this year. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This was a very chatty video, but yeah, I just wanted to share the progress that I've made and talk about what I'm looking forward to doing this year with crochet. It's been over a year now that I've been crocheting and I just really love it. Because I have ADHD, I have tried a lot of different crafts and hobbies throughout my life, and a lot of them lost their appeal after a certain amount of time because with ADHD, like I just crave something new all the time. I can get bored pretty easily. But it's been over a year of crocheting and there's always something new to learn. There's always new colors to try and new stitches to try, and yeah, I really love it, and it's been really helpful in terms of keeping myself busy when things are really hard and just having something to do, especially when I'm in bed all day and dealing with chronic illness stuff. I look forward to sharing more progress with you over this next year and just growing as a crocheter. Thanks for watching and for being here. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I guess that's it. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.